Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are back in our normal background with my messy behind bookshelf. I might do a video with me and my best friend reorganizing this, but it is a mess. If you are new here, my name is Shelby Monet of Shelby and the Book Club, and in this video we're going to talk about all the books that I read in the month of October. So if you would like to hear it, here it go. So, I believe I read like a whopping total of 8 books in the month of October. It's like my best reading month probably all year, and I really attribute that to the reading challenge, the 100-day reading challenge, and I really want to do a read every day. So a 365 read for an hour or more a day thing for next year. I just need to sit down and plan that out. It has really helped me, and I think it's helped a lot of you guys as well, because I've gotten amazing amazing feedback about it. So I'm super excited. So first we're gonna start with The Rage of Dragons and The Fires of Vengeance. Oh my goodness, these were so good. So good. Very much Game of Thrones adjacent. I will say, a lot of people, when I first posted about this on Instagram, and when I said that, oh, I heard that it's like Game of Thrones, some people were just like, no, it's nothing like Game of Thrones, blah blah blah. But I feel like we all read enough books where we can tell when something is similar and not the same, right? Like if you held up 2 navel oranges next to each other, you could say, oh, these are the same thing. But if you held up a navel orange and a tangelo next to each other, they are similar, but they are not the same. One is going to be sweet, whereas the other one is kind of sweet and tart. The other one is tangelo is shaped a lot different than a traditional navel orange. Do you get where I'm going? So the main character in these books is similar to Jon Snow, I will say, in the things that he goes through. A lot of the character development and just the characters' personalities and the way that they are similar to Game of Thrones. The evil dragon queen, similar to Game of Thrones. So basically it's a story about a guy that is on a mission for revenge, and that's all I really want to tell you. And in the second book, he's basically worked his way up their social class ladder and has become the queen's champion, and is now like this really big person, and he's doing a lot for his people, you know, like the lessers have never been able to achieve as much as he's achieving for them. So I really enjoyed this. I think I'm gonna do a video with my mom doing like an in-depth review. That's why I don't want to talk much about it. But amazing. Next I listened to Under Color of Law by Aaron Philip Clarke. It is a detective type situation. The main character is a black guy. He's a detective for the LAPD, and there was a murder of a recruit, so a LAPD recruit. He hadn't officially become a police officer just yet. He was still in training. And the main character, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, and I don't have the book. I said that I was going to go buy the hard copy because I actually want it. Like, it was a really good book, so I need the hard copy. I don't remember his name, but it goes through him trying to figure it out and the issues that he has with being like a white passing. Maybe white passing is not the correct like term, but he is mixed race. So it's one of those situations where it's like he's not black enough for the black guys, not white enough for the white guys, and they all look at him kind of funny, you know. And it also, I think the part of the book that I liked was it talked a little bit about some of his past, like what led to him becoming a police officer. And this like really tragic thing happened to his best friend, who happens to be a female who he is in love with. And I think she loves him too. She just doesn't like the way that he handles certain situations. Somebody remind me to put the cover of the book on the screen so y'all know what the book looks like. It is on shelbyandthebookstore.com, so you can always buy it from there. But it was really good. It was fast paced. I really like the narrator's voice. I think that's something that is super, super important to me when I'm listening to an audiobook. Like the narrator has to be like A1. Along with what else I listened to for the month of October, I listened to the Black Star series, which is an Amazon original. So I'm gonna count that as one book because it was 5 or 6 short stories and I listened to them all. So one thing that has been helping me get through the reading challenge is having audiobooks lined up for myself. Because there were days when like I had really bad migraines and actually looking at a book wasn't an option for me, because if you've ever had a migraine, you understand that everything is like sensory overload and it affects my eyes more than it does anything else. Like sound sometimes bothers me, but I can listen to something at a decent volume opposed to reading something. Anyway, so that was really helping me keep up with my hour a day. So each and every one of those stories were really, really good. They are sci-fi stories, particularly by Black authors. If you guys remember from my favorites video last year, I talked about how much I love Victor Laval, and he had a story in there which was really the reason why I wanted to read them. They were all amazing. I believe if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can get them for free on your Audible account. Sidebar, I know that some of you don't like getting books and audiobooks from the Penis Rocket Man. Okay, I know that. I apologize, but Amazon Prime comes in handy for me. But I use all of the other things too, like Libro and Script and all of that other stuff. I don't just rely on the Penis Rocket Man, okay? Okay. So y'all don't be in my comments going crazy. So those were the 2 things that I listened to on Audible. There was something else that I started, but did not finish. Excuse Gunner. It is almost time for him to go outside and to eat. So he's getting a little sassy. Those are the things that I listened to. Next, we're gonna go into Witches Steeped in Gold. So this was the book pick for the month. And now that I've had a few days to like sit with this, I can honestly say that I absolutely, positively love this book. Some of the issues that I was having with it at first was that I was coming off of the Rage of Dragons high, and this is a YA book, and I feel like a lot of the times when I read YA, a lot of what I don't like about YA is what makes the book YA, right? So like there's always this underlying like oomph that's missing to me when it comes to YA books. But once I got into it, it is a really, really interesting story. So it's about 2 girls, Jasmine and Ira. Jasmine is the heir of the current queen, and Ira is the heir of the previous queen that Jasmine's mother killed to get her spot. And the story goes through them. Jasmine's trying to overthrow her mother. Ira is looking for revenge and trying to learn her powers and all of this stuff. I really, really love that it is based on Jamaican folklore. I love that. I listened to the audiobook for this, which the author had a Jamaican accent and was speaking in patois. It was really, really cool. I feel like it adds just that extra bit of oomph that you need in a story. to make it, like, to take the audiobook from, like, oh, that was good to amazing. The things that I, like, again, coming off of a Rage of Dragons high, Rage of Dragons was very fast-paced. It was, very detail-oriented. Like, Rage of Dragons was just amazing. So, coming from Rage of Dragons to this kind of places you right in the middle, in the beginning, so you don't really know what's happening at first. Like, you meet Jasmine and she's going to this meeting and you're just like, who is she and why? And then you meet Ira and it's like, it took a couple of chapters to get in, like, to understand, like, oh, okay, this is this is what's happening and why. So once I got past that and really got into it, I really, really enjoyed it. I think another thing that made this really, really good to me was, and the same with Rage of Dragons, was all three of these I read with my mom. So as you guys know, my mom and I have always loved to read. Like, I get my love of books from my mother. So, like, when I was a kid, I used to just be able to go pick up stuff off of her bookshelf, and it was really cool, and that's an area where we bond. So I love that as an adult, like, the tables have shifted a little bit to where it used to be my mom was, like, sitting and looking through her bookshelf with me to tell me what I should read. Now I'm telling her what I think she would like. And she loved both of these books, so I thought that was really cool. And we got to do a book discussion together on Which is Steeped in Gold. So that was, that warmed my heart. I get to read and, you know, have these memories with my mommy, and it's like a real big full circle moment. Next. So I'm going to read this one again. Because I really liked it that much, and I just need to, I want to spend more time with this, so you might see this in November's TBRs. I'm not in the TBR, but in November's wrap up. Yeah, that makes sense. In November's wrap up, you will probably see this as well. So The Son of the House. I got this book because I saw it all over Instagram. And, like, Bookstagram is a dark hole, basically, because you'll be like, I'm not buying no more books. I'm putting myself on a book ban. I'm not buying no more books. That's it. Blah, blah, blah. And then here come these old book influencers minding your business, telling you what you need to buy. So I got it. And I put up a post that was like, if I don't like this book, it's going to be me and y'all. And baby, was it good. It's about two women who are kidnapped and they know each other. And it starts off with, like, after the kidnapping has happened. So they're, like, tied up in this room or whatever. And they're trying to pass time. And they decide to tell each other their life stories. And you literally get thrown, like, right into, you know, their lives, and it's very fast paced. It's very, very good. I really, really can say I love Nigerian literature. Like, that is it, and that is all. I love Nigerian literature. I'm always going to pick up a book if I know that it is by a Nigerian author. It is what it is. I'm convinced. That's all I'm gonna say about this. This was really, really good. Last but not least, we have Never Saw Me Coming. This was interesting. So I read some of this, I listened to some of it as well, and I really feel like the thing that I liked the most about this was the woman's, like, the main character's voice. So it's about a girl in college who, her name is Chloe, and Chloe is doing a psychological trial with her school where they know that she's been diagnosed as a psychopath. So they want to track her. And she has to wear, like, this watch band. She doesn't know anybody else that's participating in the thing. Like, they don't know who each other is. And she has to check in every so often with how her feelings are. But she is on a hunt for revenge, okay? She wants to kill this dude. So the book is basically her trying to get around, like, how am I gonna kill old boy while I'm doing this trial, and like saving face, and just it kind of goes through how she changes her personality depending upon who she's dealing with and what she's trying to do and whatever little scheme she got up her sleeve. It was really good. If you guys didn't know, I do have a Patreon, so that was the Patreon book club pick for the month of October, and the link is in the underneath bar if you would like to join the Patreon. It's only $10 a month, and we do Zoom meetings. They get to vote on what books we pick, and they get all of my content and all of that stuff first. So that is what I read for the month of October. As we speak right now, I'm starting my reading for November, and y'all, their bookshelf is a mess. I am starting an Orchestra of Minorities. I am super excited to get into this. So yeah, I think I may do a reading vlog for this one because I really have been interested in reading that. And yeah, so that was my October reading and what I am currently about to start reading in the moment. I'm not feeling the best, so I'm going to go walk the dog and then come back, eat, do my hour or so reading, and then take something so that I can rest for the rest of the evening. If no one has told you today, I love you. Make sure you guys tell me what you read. How many books did you read for the month of October? And yeah, we'll go from there. I love you. You are kind, you are smart, you are important, and I really hope that you are giving yourself some grace, because life is rough sometimes and it's not permanent. It is only temporary. You are just going through these things to get to where you need to be. So take heed, learn your lessons, and keep your head up. Don't stress about stuff. Okay? I love you. Bye, guys.